What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Eastside Flock. I'm Eric G, and normally this is not something that I would do on this channel, but I just have to talk about it because it's craziness. That it's wild. There's so much going on. So to begin, I'm not gonna go into any depth of the scandal that is happening in the NBA right now. There is a bunch of players and a bunch of people in general that have been caught in a scandal in the NBA. It's a gambling scandal. There's all sorts of involvement. There's involvement in like literal actual table games as well as accusations of fixing games. I'm not going to talk about that. But that is also another reason it's making this season wild and like crazy to watch because you feel as though players are almost having to play a little differently. And this season, with everything going on, they have to block out a lot of noise. And that is a storyline within this. And there is a lot of attention. That's all I will say about it. These people are obviously um, innocent until proven guilty. So we'll see what comes of this. But obviously the FBI is involved. They made arrests. This is a crazy thing. And yeah, so with all of that happening, the NBA has just started, and it's been one of the craziest openings to any season of any sport. I feel like definitely this year, but maybe in my lifetime that I can remember. Like, this was wild. These scores and these games were crazy. You've had everything. You look at some of these scores and you have matchups just and crazy games. You look at this Rockets Thunder game. You have a 1 point win. That's the first game of the season. Is a 1 point overtime win. Rockets versus Thunder. Thunder the reigning champion. This was a crazy game to watch. It was wild. There was all sorts of craziness going on. Then you have Lakers and Warriors, just a classic matchup. This game, so entertaining. Warriors come out on top. Everybody's talking about the changes that the Warriors have made. Was it what they needed? There's that aspect of the storyline. I don't really follow basketball that much, so please correct me if I'm wrong about some of this. But all of these games felt, just there was something for everybody. You had the Knicks coming out after firing their coach and looking completely different, coming out and beating the Cavs. You had the Magic and Heat facing off. That ended up being a good game. Who would have expected that? You have a little bit more of your kind of thought blowouts, the Raptors and the Hawks going at it. The Wizards, you had a crazy finish to the Sixers and the Celtics game. I mean, like wild. Then you have a great Grizzly and Pelicans game. This Bulls game was a blowout until literally the end of the game, and then it kind of started getting close. You didn't know if the Pistons were gonna make that crazy comeback. The Spurs absolutely handled the Mavericks, who obviously have the number one pick, and everybody's like, they're turning it around. They got all these great players, and it was just crazy to watch that because Wemby said, "Y'all forgot about me. Hey man, I'm still here for it. This is what I do." So it just shocking. Then you have Clippers and Jazz, obviously kind of more of a normal game. Kings and Suns, more of a normal game, even though there's storylines here as well. Trades and stuff that led to that. They kind of had some underlining stuff, and then these two games right here. I mean, this was chef's kiss for real. Like this double OT rematch of the finals without a lot of the stars, and yet SGA drops 55 and they win in double OT. I mean, not only that, then you got the controversy. Did he call the timeout? Was the timeout call? There's so much going on, so much good stuff, so much good basketball. Like, if you're a fan of the sport, you're loving this. Picked up right where the finals left off. It felt like all of these games have been fun to watch. The level of basketball is so high right now. I feel like we're seeing some crazy stuff. Not to even mention the Nuggets game, Nuggets and Warriors facing off. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous game. Curry was doing his thing, Jokic doing his thing. Aaron Gordon said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go band for band with the best shooter in the league right now." Like, holy, like, this is such a blessing, and there's such negative light, but like, we gotta talk about how good this has been. This has been great for fans of the sport, and honestly, with what's kind of been happening around it, it's a shame that the situation had to be what it is, because, I mean, let's be real, America was rooting for the Mariners versus Mariners Blue Jays, and the Brewers get knocked out. You know, Mariners get knocked out, and now it's Blue Jays versus Dodgers, and we're talking about a 2027 and a half in baseball. In football, you know, the NFL is, always the NFL, and there's been, all sorts of stuff. It feels like some of the same storylines are coming back with Philly and KC. The NBA just feels like it's fantastic. You have every kind of entertainment in the league right now, and it feels real. Like, it just feels, it's insane, and I love it. It's been fantastic to watch. And obviously I wish Baltimore had a team so that I could really be invested. Uh, I don't have a team. I've kind of adopted the Bulls over the years, but I mean, the it's just been great. I had to do a video about it, just getting all like excited because it's been awesome, and I really think that it would be more talked about how amazing it's been, how every game has been fun to watch if it wasn't for the scandal. So, let me know what you think down below. Let me know what games you watch, what you've been following. Obviously, I just follow the national games and then watch the scores and highlights as well. But, let me know what games you've been watching, what you think about the NBA, and how this opening has gone for them. Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram for more Baltimore sports. I promise the next video is gonna be focused on, obviously, the more Baltimore sports and Ravens and Orioles. So if you're a fan, subscribe here. And yeah, hopefully y'all have a blessed day. Much love. Peace. See you in the next one.